is even giving pick me. I'm sorry. Somebody has to say. Actually, I'm not sorry. The truth. Welcome to a Chit Chat. Get ready with me. I'm gonna be doing my makeup, and I'm just gonna be talking about like kind of like what's going on in the world currently, because I feel like a lot of people can definitely it's gonna be very beneficial to a lot of people. I believe earlier this week I came across a post of a Nigerian influencer, and I'm gonna post it right up here. It's so sad. Like, honestly, it's really sad. Please give yourself a break from social media every now and then. Like, I feel like it can be really overwhelming, like, and especially when there's just so much, I don't want to say it's just negativity. There's like so much negativity. There's also like, it's not a lot of realistic things on it, and I feel like as young adults who are growing, that can be really detrimental, right? I always tell people social media not be real life, and that's true, because people put what they want you to think, what they want you to see. I think G Herbo, just, I was reading on the Shade Room or whatever, he got convicted earlier on. G Herbo, like, they posted basically he's facing 20 years for like fraud, allegedly, by the way, for fraud and stuff, right? Mind you, this is someone that people look up to. Like, he's a rapper. You see the glamorous lifestyle, you like, oh my gosh, like, God, please, I want that life. Another thing, be careful what you wish for, because like I said, what you see, you don't know what they're going through behind the scenes, right? So I've seen that, and it was sad, because it's like, I understand like you're a rapper and stuff, and like there's like a, what's the word? It's almost like there's a standard, like meet that standard or beat that standard. My advice with that one is just be careful what you wish for. And this life is a journey. Everybody has different timing. Life is not a race. Don't compare yourself to your next neighbor. Like, I mean, and don't get me wrong, it's not like it's easy, but if you want to be at peace with yourself, just come to the understanding and have faith in whatever you believe in, and believe that your time will come too. Back to the influencer girl. May her soul rest in peace. My heart really goes out to her family, her friends, her community. It's just sad. Like, this is someone who's literally probably my age. It's really so sad, because the pressure is real. By the way, I don't think I'm better than anyone. I'm not perfect, but it's definitely the grace of God, and like, just like, you know, being cautious, self-aware, that has gotten me to where I am today, to where I can like, I'm disciplined enough to not compare myself to like what other people, like compare myself to what they got going on. And like, you know, because like I feel like even with relationship, for the longest, you can ask anybody, like everyone around me was in a relationship, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I want a boyfriend. But then again, I feel like it's also a maturity thing. Like, it looks glamorous, but when I finally like started growing, maturing, and like reflecting, I'm able to see like, okay, this relationship that I'm even always shouting, if it came down to it, mentally, am I there to be in a relationship? Like, am I capable of being in a relationship? I had to think about it. Like, mentally, no. Financially, no. Like, and a lot of people miss that our 20s, there's so much more to your 20s than a relationship. Like, trust me, your 20s is where you're supposed to even be that girl for real. Like, and even if you're looking for love, I've had to learn, let it come find you. There's so much more to your 20s. Like, you're graduating college, you're trying to figure out life, you're trying to figure out what path might work for you, and then you not think with all of all of these things going on, it's not a relationship that just come and carry your head. No. And if you do find a relationship, I'm not saying like, oh, don't just do a relationship. If it happens for you, happy for you. Like, baby, if you like it, I love it. But I just feel like, personally, for someone like me that wanted a relationship by fire by force, I just had to be like, wait, pause. This relationship thing, like, with time, I was not like, imagine if I was not in a relationship, how will I even cope? I cannot cope by myself alone. Single pringle. It's not when somebody's son, I will not come and say I want to cope. Nah, like, that's actually gonna mess you up. But anyways, I keep going off again. Back to what I was speaking about. Yeah, may her soul rest in peace. So apparently, what it's looking like is her boyfriend killed her. Like, he killed her. Allegedly, once again. And the whole point of this conversation is, this current times, at least what I see, people make being in a toxic relationship a norm. Like, it's normal. Like, they make it look glamorous. I've never been a part of that party, and I will never be, by God's grace. And God, don't let me enter love that will let me be thinking somebody beating me, somebody abusing me mentally, physically, verbally, whatever. And God, don't let me enter that situation in Jesus' name. Even if they are giving me goodies, they're like, they're helping me out, like, people have made that thing look like it's okay, it's normal, like that's what it's supposed to be, like that's what's popping, like you're that girl if you're in a toxic relationship at this young age. Do you not realize, if man, people are really showing you their true colors? And as a guy, don't put your hands on women, don't do that, that's ghetto. If anything, even if she's trying to hit you, bear hug her, like where you're restraining her. But I'd not say choke her, I'd not say, like, just kind of like to also protect yourself, because I mean, she cannot be beating you now. But anywho, back to what I was saying. People have really made, like, a guy cursing them out, like, all that kind of stuff, like that's not normal. Because majority of the time, and let me explain something to you, let's bring psychology into this, or just reasoning. Human beings, like, they have patterns. Everyone acts the same. It's a matter of time. They might maybe they might express theirs, like, differently in different actions, in different, I don't know, whatever outlets, but ultimately human beings act the same way. So when it comes down to abuse, majority of the time, especially physical abuse, it starts that means it starts from small. Like, it starts gradually. It might be, maybe he's talking to you crazy. That's where it will start. From talking to you crazy, of course, like, if you don't nip that thing in the bud, like, it's just gonna keep going. So I feel like in that case, it must have been like, the person must have been talking to you, not even just talking to you crazy, maybe like even like making you feel like less than you are, like demeaning words. You get what I mean? Also, another thing, this goes for both genders. Make sure you're able to stand on your own. Be financially able. Because a lot of the times, some people too, like, it's because this person is providing for them financially. So they feel like they're stuck. Because it's like, okay, and it's small beating, how will I survive? How will I? No, that's what should even now motivate you to be like, I don't want to depend on nobody. That way, when you need to go, peace out. Like, just, you can go. Because it just sucks, like, such young girl. And I feel like what's even making me more upset is the fact that, how do you kill somebody and then say, oh, I feel bad, I f***ed up, I want to commit suicide? He needs to reach out to mental health. Another thing is, some people need to understand, it's kind of like when you're in a situation with someone, it's hard for you to see because you're in the situation, which is like sometimes, like, if I need to think about something, I'll reach out to, like, a close friend, someone where I know, okay, they're gonna give me advice. Like, when I say advice, listen to this carefully, they're going to tell me what I need to hear and not what I want to hear. That's where having real friends come in too. So I really think that, like, where I am in life right now, like, I have people who want to see me, at my best. So of course they will never tell me, even if they know, like, them expressing, like, the truth to me might not necessarily be what I want to hear, or like it's not something, like, of course, like, it's like when someone is giving you feedback, it might not be like the nicest thing you want to hear. And of course, if you're telling someone, like, feedback about them, giving them feedback, please do it with sense, do it nicely. You don't have to be rude. I feel like those things come down to your delivery, how you deliver, how you get the message across to the person, right? So I really think that, like, my friends, they're able to, like, they can tell me what I need to hear. And how does that correlate to what I was talking about? Yeah, exactly. How that correlates is, if you feel like your friend is in an abusive relationship and clearly they can't help themselves, I feel like that's where you step in. I'm the kind of person, I'll rather tell my friend the truth and they cut me off or distance themselves from me for telling them the truth, than for me to sit there and watch them ruin their life. Your friends are not supposed to be yes men. Now that's a hard pill to swallow, but I said it, and I approve of this message. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, Remy, God forbid bad to shot, but like you get, like, I'm giving you like an example. Please tell them, like, talk to them, because sometimes they really, it's not even about sometimes I guess, like, when people get comfortable, they won't even see like this thing is actually a problem. And that's what scares me. That's why I said, like, you really have to look out for your people, because you don't want it to be too late. You will not be saying, I die no, I wish. No. So, like, reach out to the person, like, because sometimes some people don't even realize, like, oh, this behavior, this is like signs of abuse. Also, let's normalize going to therapy and counseling. Let me just even put this one out there. You don't have to have a problem to go to counseling. Every human being needs someone to listen to them. I've been to counseling sessions multiple times where I just even go there and I'm just talking to, like, my counselor, just telling them how my day went. Which was what also made me realize, like, sometimes you might not even realize, like, some of the things that you might do on a regular day, because, like, it's just normal to you, as routine. You might not even realize how, like, that could be kind of detrimental to your health. Or, it might be a negative thing. Like, I'm not saying everything in counseling is negative, by the way. I'm just saying, like, it's just some things. Or, like, even some behaviors. Like, I started being really cautious and, like, just wanting to be, like, intentional about, like, my friendships and stuff. And it's certain things that, like, because I just did it so much, or, like, even some of my friends, they probably just assume, oh, that's just her. I didn't realize, like, how it was affecting me and affecting my relationships with other people. So if I didn't discuss that or bring that up, I would just keep carrying on with that cycle in my life, and not knowing how and why this and that is happening to me. But yeah, anyways, that's that. So please, 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 if you're in an abusive relationship, and like I said, abusive relationship is not just physical, like someone is talking to you crazy, someone is doing you anyhow, like, that can be mentally, physically, verbally. It goes on. Maybe even them gaslighting you. Please, please speak up, reach out, because God forbid bad thing. It might be, okay, yeah, it does not really do that much, and then God forbid bad thing. One day, it might be just another mini argument, boom, somebody falls down, he died or something. So, don't be ashamed. Like, these things happen. Like, I think what people don't understand is such a big thing for you to actually open your mouth and say it. Like, me, I'm the kind of person, like, okay, for instance, let me give you an example. Let's say I know a guy that I'm entertaining or dealing with. He's, sometimes that something's not good for you, but like, for me, it's always hard for me to actually open my mouth and tell my friends, hey, I'm a big mumu. Like, how did I let this slide? And it takes a lot of courage. What I'm saying is, it takes a lot of courage for you to open your mouth and admit that, oh my goodness, like, I deserve more, I deserve better. So don't ever let anyone make you feel like, like, if you speak up and they come for you, run away from that person. I feel like at that point, why would you even think now is the time to be, coming for that person? Like, So yeah, please, 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 just know you have support system. Just leave. Like, even if it's to run to, like, the police, or run to a church, or, like, I don't know, a faith center, whatever it is, like, just please run there and seek help. But leave that toxic relationship alone. And like I said, back to your 20s, girl. Baby, this is the best time of your life. Because I was watching something that was like, oh, 20 years from now, you'll be wishing about like this time period. And I really thought about it. I don't want to be in my 40s being like, oh, I wish I did this, I should. Go out there, have fun. Relationship is not the end of the world. Like, date you. Ooh, baby, let me say something. Dating yourself It's a game changer. Like for me, I'm so glad because I saw somebody like she would just post, she'd be like, oh, dating myself. And I won't lie to you, I'm very fond of no more. Is that I know? That's what that means. You know, but with time, I had to tap out of that. I was like, oh, well, let me to just try because I didn't even realize that me going out to eat by myself, because sometimes I really like to just spend time with myself, and I think it's good. Everybody should spend time with themselves. I mean, mine was a little bit OD, but yeah, like I started learning like things, and then like even spoiling myself too. Like I want to say I might have a little bit of that people pleaser in me, and I will always find myself like if it's somebody else, it's easy for me to buy them something, but if it's my own self, you know, like I never really made myself a priority. I was like, no, this can't be possible. So when I'm not in a relationship, what that means is I will always put the person first, like before me. Like, don't misconstrue what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like, it's always like I'll never really worry about like my own self. No, you can't live life that way. So definitely tapping into just like self-dating, even like assessing myself, like then starting to realize like my flaws, like what I could do better with. So that way, by the time I enter a relationship, I'm gonna be my best self. Back to the counseling thing. So like I said, like I know a lot of people, there's this negative connotation when it comes to going to counseling and therapy, but don't listen to them. Let them continue dealing with their trauma and stuff. Like even sometimes you don't realize like some stuff that might be happening to you. Like in my case, my trauma didn't start showing up till I was in high school. You know what I mean? So it's like I needed help. And I'm proud of myself that I was able to open my mouth, even though I was in an African household. I was able to open my mouth and say I need help. Because you know, when it comes to like this, some of this parents' generation, like they don't believe in that. They will say that you're possessed if you say you want to go to counseling or therapy. Anyways, just I said, like kind of like engage that. Maybe go to a couple of sessions once in a while. That's really good because it's kind of like how with prayer. You're not supposed to wait till you have problem before you run to God. You're always supposed to, even if it's just like I've been trying, you know, like I've been trying to force myself to. I wake up in the morning, thank you God. Even if like I don't even know what to pray, I just say thank you God. Like thank you for something. Like me being alive is the grace of God. Some people they slept, they not wake up, but glory be to God. I am here. Mo walaye, mo walaye. I don't know if I said that right, but. Yeah, like so when it comes to like just like how like we pray, you pray to God like even before trouble or like you're going through a hard time or whatever. That's how we should be with counseling too, babes. Ain't nothing, you don't gotta wait till the world is upside down for you to believe that you want to go to counseling. The one that even annoys me the most, I'm trying to find my blush. Hold on, y'all. The amount of people that are on mute on my Instagram, because I just feel like every day is not. Oh, I hate the one to be like, babe, slide up right now. Like, please engage in, go and find social activity to tap into. Like, it's actually annoying. Like, everything is not about the opposite gender. Like, and I feel like that is even giving pick me. I'm sorry. Somebody has to say, actually, I'm not sorry. The truth hurts. Be glad that somebody is even telling you. But yeah, like which one is being slide up right now? You post Caesar from Caesar. You post what's the other one? Jene Aiko. You now post Drake. Sister, you know what is really giving? It's almost like you're seeking validation. Like that's not it. That's what I said. Like our 20s. You should be traveling. This your 20s. Be traveling. And I feel like how much like we have access to, especially with technology and stuff, there's no reason why you should not be thinking of how you are not going to end up in the 9 to 5 cycle. You should be thinking of how you can make money, you know, like change the generation, how you retire yourself and your mother before you're 40. Like, I feel like that's what we really need to be thinking about, like, and not just this opposite gender. I keep using opposite gender so you can understand like this goes for both male and female. And as I said earlier, I disclosed to you like I'm not finna sit here and act like I'm perfect. Like I used to be that person too, but I really thank God that like I was able to realize, like, please, because I'm even thinking about it right now. Share me that I really feel like where I am in life right now, there was just so much learning that I would have to, like, so much learning and healing that I really needed. So I'm really happy that I didn't get locked down. Even when, because, like, and you know what? You know, they say something like, it might not make sense to you right now, but trust me, later on it will. Because back then, I used to be like, is it a course? Even some that, okay, we are talking, or yeah, we'll be talking like everything is going perfect, boom. Everything will just go upside down. And then it kept becoming like it was almost like it was a cycle. I almost even started feeling like maybe I'm the problem. I just wish back then I was able to understand that God is really trying to explain to me that, whoa, Omo, now is not the time. I feel like maybe, you know, sometimes God can kukuma tell you something and you want to listen to what you want to listen to. Like you play dumb, like you act oblivious to it. So I feel like that was probably another thing I was doing. But yeah, like it would be cases like that. Or it would just even be a case where maybe this guy, like you be a guy and he's doing everything I would want in a guy. Like I want him, like literally the perfect man for me. But I just want, there's no spark. See? Like, you know, it's like, you know, there's some people that, you know, like your friends be like, give this guy a try now, he really likes you. And there's just nothing moving you to even entertain, like, and this was when I knew, like, well, back then I didn't know, but now I'm like, it's true, because I don't get to sit down here and act like I'm a gold digger, but I mean, if you want to bless me with money, or you want to spoil me with gifts, who am I to say no? Well, anyways, back to what I was saying, like, even like, it's like, okay, like, is it money, is it maybe giving me money to travel, like buying me food, getting me presents, you know, like all those nice things, like wanting to spend time. I'm not begging you to act like somebody who actually wants to be with me, but there was just nothing moving me, like nothing moving me. There was nothing, there was just not anything. Like I was just like, I'm okay, well, I don't want, like it's almost like I even irritated. But now that I look back, I'm like, okay, oh, thank God was making me not even interested at all. Because imagine if me, so because of in the name of I want to do vacation, and I can put myself inside a situationship that I don't need to be in, or relationship then. But you get what I mean? Yeah, so sometimes if you feel like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, guys, always everything ends up flopping, it's because God is really actually looking out for you. Like he's saving you from something that you can see. And it brings me to that one proverb. There's a proverb that the Yoruba people will say. I'll say it in English. And a dog can sit down here and see something, and they'll say, even you that are a child, even if you carry ladder, you carry stairs, you build elevator, you still won't be able to see it. So with that being said, like, everything happens for a reason, like legit. Everybody's time is different. Like some of these people that you might see be like, oh my gosh, like God, please, what you did for them, do for me. Like it might look like their success is overnight. It's not. A lot of them, they've been working, like, you know, they've really been perfecting their craft, or whatever you want to call it. But obviously because they weren't in the spotlight, so we didn't know about them. So now that their time has come to you, it looks like overnight success. I think someone that really made me, enlighten me when it came to that was really like Ashake. I was like, wait though, eh? My friend was like, do you not realize that's the same Ashake that was doing backup singer for Brother Shaggy? Brother Shaggy is he's a well-known comedian actor in Nigerian community. He's real funny. I like him. But Shaggy, if you're watching this, please, I want to do skits with you. To us, it's like, oh my gosh, Mr. Money with the vibes, God bless him overnight. I was like, wait though. Ashake has really been, like, this man has been singing. I think I was watching one of his interviews and he was like, oh, like, he used to do backup dancing or sing. I don't even remember what exactly said, but I was just like, for me, it was like, wow. And what does that mean? Don't give up. Don't actually, like, if you ever feel like you need to give up, that's the devil in your ear. Oh. Honestly speaking, it is the devil, because the devil is only going to attack people that he sees potential in. Have you ever seen an armed robber go and attack somebody that does not have anything? No! That's why the devil is attacking you. He sees something. Even though you might not see it. The devil attacking you should even let you know, my breakthrough is coming soon. Because clearly there is something there for him to want to bring you down. Baby, I need to open up a church because I'm preaching right now. There was times where I almost gave up. Like, y'all, it's okay. You know what? Let me just tap into this real quick. So I started YouTube. I was really happy. I was geeked about it. But then I feel like something I'm really proud for this year too is God really put me. Another prayer that you need to pray. God puts you in the right places. Surround you with people that will help you get to where you need to be. People that will help you realize and see things. Like, I've always been someone that, I've always been a likable person by the grace of God. I've always been like, I'm just someone fun to be around. And I heard I'm funny, baby. I know I'm funny. Because it would be said, I used to make myself laugh. Do you know how funny you have to be to make yourself laugh? Okay, it sounds like I'm going mad. Anyways, yeah, like, just even like from growing up, like, now that I think about it, I've always been unique. Like, I've never fit in. Coming back from Nigeria to America, I used to be angry because it's like, me that I'm American citizen. Why do I have accent to Baragada, accent to Kinikon, But now I'm starting to realize, like, no, because if I had an American accent, I would be just that other girl. Glory be to God, and I'm happy. Yeah. I'm happy that I can actually, like, code switch. Depending on who I'm around, I can have American accent. But for the most part, it's just, I grew up with a Nigerian accent because my mom took me back to Nigeria when I was like, who knows, really young. But anyways, that's besides the point. But yeah, so I'm happy that I actually stand out. Because that accent that, people used to bully me, I think that was why I really didn't want to have a Nigerian accent. Like, the kids at school would tease me and stuff. But now, it's that same code switching that attracts people to me. Those same mumu that were bullying me, it's that same accent that they really like now. So, what was I even talking about? I was talking about Brother Shaggy. Your timing is different. The devil attacking you because there's something in you. But yeah, I'm so happy. I remember where I was. Yeah, like, God really surrounded me, like, with people who actually seen, like, the potential in me. Because I never saw that light that people be saying, like, your light will always shine bright. Even when people say that to me, I be like, your light is shining bright. Like, but that's because, I never knew better. But, yeah, like, with TikTok, YouTube, that's where I was, this bad. But yeah, like, even like with YouTube and stuff, so I remember I did like my first video. It was cool, but I had to stop because I just felt like I wasn't my authentic self. I feel like I also wanted to be like, and I really thank God really helped me, because I feel like the way I was going, the direction I was moving was gonna be, I'm just gonna be another girl that is doing makeup, because even when I did the makeup thing, it was like, deep down, could make sense. Like, like, you do some things and you're like so proud, like, so you can even watch it. Yeah, like, it just really wasn't me. Then on top of that, the engagement was not there. I said, yep, that's it. It's not for me. So I just stepped back. Like, even whenever I would want to record, I couldn't bring myself to recording, because it's like with my TikToks, when I would make my videos, I'd be so happy. Heavy. And the videos, I feel like the reason why my videos even like it gets engagement is also because I'm really being my authentic self. Like, I'm not being somebody else. And people like when they can relate to you. So I just felt like, okay, I needed to do the same with YouTube. I'm finally now realizing that that's where the conflict of interest was. Which is why I took a break. Well, not took a break, I left. And now I'm back, I'm better. TikTok was able to show me that, like, I think I'm more of a personality person. I don't really have a niche. I don't have a niche. My niche is funny, lifestyle, reality. That's my own niche. It's normal for anybody to feel, I guess we call it jealousy. I guess we could call it jealousy. Jealousy is not a bad trait. It's just how you let it progress is then what makes it a bad trait. Like, it's okay for you to go out and you are entering your own car and you see somebody pull up in a G-Wagon or something that is nicer than yours, and you're like, oh, God, do for me. Now, because you like good thing. But I feel like when you understand, God, it's not fair. How can Sister Lami and Sister Lami, they have a G-Wagon and I'm still driving 2001 Honda Accord? I'm shading myself. You understand? Like, that's when I feel like, okay, you need to see it and be like, oh, the God that did it for this person, he can do my own too. That's growth. They need to, maybe I should go to the school of theology. Because I'm really speaking to some people right now. I actually got that, okay, let me not lie to you, I did not really come up with that on my own. I learned that from church. But I'm really happy because it's like, it's so easy for, someone to just want to be like, but back to what I was going with the school thing. Man, I'm so all over the place. Like, I'm so happy that now I'm doing really great in life. Like, the other day, I almost caught myself wanting to compare myself to, like, people on social media. What does that mean? Nobody is perfect. Of course, there's going to be days where you might backslide. But it's how you progress from that. That's where the growth is. But yeah, I almost caught myself, like, wanting to, like, compare myself with, like, these social media people. And then I really had to just sit back and realize, like, where I am in life, if somebody even told me this like 4 years ago, I wouldn't believe it. Like, I was like, wait though, I'm really living some people's dreams right now. Because I just kept feeling like, oh my gosh, like, I wish I did more in college. And one of my friends was telling me, please, let's get into this news contour. Hey, it's all over. One of my friends was telling me, she was like, you do realize the way you feel like you didn't do a lot? I'm looking at you like, wow, like, this girl really accomplished so much in college. Like, I am proud of you. And you're over here like, oh, I didn't do a lot because I'm comparing myself to somebody else. When in reality, somebody else is looking at me like, I want to be her. Like, I want to accomplish what she's done. Like, oh my gosh, like, this girl is blessed and highly favored. And I said, it's true. Because the same way I'm doing that, the person I'm looking at, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be them. Them too, they feel like they could have done more. So what does that mean? You're always going to feel like you could have done more. Just, how about you just enjoy how far God has brought you? Enjoy the current now. Stop, my camera was like overheating, so it just like went off, which is why I had to like go off camera. But this is like the final look or whatever. Okay, so I don't know where I ended, but honestly, I just feel like it was just, let's get into how I look. Because but yeah, I was just like, I really felt like I should come on here and say something about it, because I feel like a lot of people can relate, a lot of people can learn. And for me, it's also giving me the like, I'm getting to like, what's the word? It's a reminder for myself too. It's a reminder. So people love you, people care about you. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you can't speak up, it's okay to speak up. Like, because trust me, there are other people who are going through the same thing as you, and you just don't know. Sometimes it might be you speaking up that's going to enable other people and give them the courage to come out and speak up and stand up for themselves too. And self-love is really, really important. Like, I can definitely relate to that. Like, I feel like growing up, I didn't necessarily get that love. I didn't have like a father figure. So anyway, that's not why, yeah. So sometimes, like, you know, this thing starts showing, and it's like, it's not your fault. Like, we can't blame you for having the upbringing that you had to come with. So if you know anyone who is in a relationship that is toxic, where they're like double dipping and they're being abusive to one another, for the both of them's sake, like, you know, get whatever party you're close to, whatever, just try to like make sure you dead it. Like, make it your responsibility to tell them to go seek help and go find help and talk to them and let them know it's not okay, because at the end of the day, they're both gonna be in it together, and we don't want to wait until we're not here, somebody died. Like, no, that's not it. I wish everyone a safe life. Yeah, and I really enjoyed chatting with y'all, but this is it. So thank you guys so much for staying throughout this video. It was really nice chatting with y'all. Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about next time. I could do story time. I could talk about my past. Honestly, I've gotten to a point where I don't mind sharing about my experience. Before, I used to be shy. I used to be scared. I used to be worried about people and what people have to say, but I've gotten to a point where I'm not worried about what people have to say in like a negative aspect. I'm more so worried about sharing my story and letting other people, empowering other people to feel like, you know, they can speak up to and they understand they're not the only one going through this. So with that being said, it was nice chatting with y'all. I can't wait to see y'all in my next video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. To those, peace out. Big Grwm, not the little one. Purr. Hey.